ever need an important surgery, I think you'd want your doctor to be meticulous. My name is Nikki. This is Flying in English, where you're learning to speak real American English. Today's word is meticulous. Meticulous means showing great attention to detail, very careful and precise, even to the smallest details. It's pretty much used in positive situations. Let's look at some examples. So just like at the beginning of this video, I was talking about, a doctor doing surgery. You'd want them to be meticulous, right? So the surgeon is meticulous in her work, checking every detail 3 times before proceeding. I feel like there are a lot of specific jobs that would require meticulous attention to detail. Another one would be maybe an accountant. So he keeps meticulous records of all his expenses down to the penny. I'm quite meticulous when it comes to my own budgeting and accounting as well, even though I'm not like a professional accountant. Or how about someone who curates old artworks and maybe restores them? The restoration required meticulous attention to preserve the painting's original colors. Ooh, that must be really hard. You have to be careful not to ruin it. Another job that might require meticulous attention to detail would be a teacher or maybe a proofreader. She's meticulous about grammar and catches every typo in the document. So those are some examples using meticulous. But let's talk about some related words to meticulous. So the first one is thorough. Thorough means complete with attention to every detail. Exhaustive, right? So the emphasis on this one is completeness, right? Wholeness, as opposed to meticulous, which is emphasizing attention to detail. So thorough does include the details, but we're more interested in the fact that it's complete. Another similar word is fastidious. So fastidious also means very attentive to details, but it can also mean hard to please. So fastidious has a more negative feeling than meticulous. So someone who's fastidious, you might consider them so attentive to detail, it's almost annoying, right? It's becoming uncomfortable. And the last similar word we'll talk about is conscientious. So someone who's conscientious is wishing to do what is right. So they are trying and striving for complete and thorough and carefulness. The difference with conscientious is it emphasizes more of the moral side of doing things completely. So the reason for doing it completely is this moral upstanding standard of that person, while meticulous is more focused on the details. It doesn't necessarily have to be morally right? You could be meticulous in very bad things too. There's some weird doctors out there, and there's a fine line between being meticulous and conscientious and being downright enigmatic. That's the word we talked about in the last video. If you want to learn more about that, you can click this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Keep flying higher, and I'll see you in the skies. Bye.